Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Funding is provided by a grant from Absolute Care of Westfield, committed to returning the favor to those who spent a lifetime caring for others. Absolute Care is located at 26 Cass Street in Westfield. Dave Cass and Rick Newell provide funding on behalf of the Lakeview Hotel and Restaurant at the docks, located on Water Street near the lake in Mayville. From the Access Channel 5 television studio in Mayville, it's Senior Report with Reed Powers. Senior Report is broadcast live throughout northern Chautauqua County on Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. each week. Call in and share a thought, make a comment, ask a question, or simply wish someone a happy birthday on Chautauqua County's only live call-in senior program. Since 1995, Reed has been bringing viewers hundreds of interesting guests, informing the community on a variety of subjects. Here's the host of the show, Reed Powers.
And good morning. What a beautiful morning it is here in Chautauqua County. A little trickle of snow here and there, not enough to really excite anybody. But enough so we could say we have a white Christmas coming. Excuse me. It's just been really a great winter so far, and a lot of deer were bagged, and it's just one of those wonderful, wonderful winters that are approaching us. I want to say that we have a great guest with us, and this will be his last time with us as the probably as the leader of the I should say the chairman of the Chautauqua County Legislature, Fred Crosscut, and he's a good friend who comes in every month or so and gives us an insider's view of what's going on in our legislature, and that's very important because the closer you are to your government, the more control you have and the more information you get, and hopefully the more responsive your political leaders are. Your United States Senator never heard of you and doesn't want to. But Kathy's a little closer. She's in our legislature, and Andy. And right up home at our legislature, she's there in our state government, right here. Our county legislature is probably the most important to us. And we'll be talking to Fred about some of the issues going on at the county level. And one thing about Fred is he'll give you a direct answer, whether you like it or not, whether he likes it or not. Okay, lots of things happening. You see the television roaring along. We're getting out of Iraq, and of course the protagonists will quickly take over the government. That's straight from Senior Report, that the present government will fall in Iraq within a few months, guaranteed. Because basically these are people we put into power, and the country has gotten rid of us at this point. Somehow or the other, we're out. But that doesn't mean we're out of the Middle East. We're still getting kids killed and blown up all over hell and spending $1 trillion, I'm sure, every year between the military and the other balanced budget they put through that will actually fund the war. They tell us, oh, it's only $300 or $400 billion. No. You figure all the dough that goes into it, about $1 trillion, I estimate. And we're getting twice as many killed as over there as they tell us about, because they have all kinds of phony figures. In the meantime, it goes on in Afghanistan, the oldest war we've ever had, and we're nowhere near anything. They keep saying we're winning, we're looking for victory. And everybody looks around and says, how do you have a victory here? It bankrupted England. It bankrupted Russia when they were in there. Now we're in there of all the stupid things. In the meantime, it goes on, and we started out with 30,000 in there or so when Obama came in, and he doubled it to 60. Then he upped to 50% more. We got 90,000, probably 150,000. Who the hell knows what? Excuse that French, ladies. Who knows how many people really are there? So even though we're moving our 30,000, 40,000 out of Iraq, they're going to go right into Afghanistan to replace the kids that are coming home from there. So the wars go on and on and on. Who's making money on the wars? Arms manufacturers, the rich and powerful, of course. Who's losing? Our grandchildren. They're borrowing the money, we don't have it, for the wars. And it goes on and on and on. And the Congress, at the meantime, is throwing the seniors right under the bus. They cut half our Medicare. They're cutting back on Social Security rapidly by basically not giving some true COLA. We're getting 40 cents on a dollar from what we used to get 10 years ago. 40 cents on a buck. No wonder the seniors are starving. AARP says, we got to help the seniors. They're starving. Let's get them some canned food. Well, I say, AARP, let's go after Congress. Not enough said. Lots of other things happening around here. We got the greatest local groups, our senior clubs. Oh, if you don't belong to a senior club, join it. Get chummy with some of the people in your senior club, and we'll go for one day, and you'll stay there forever, because the senior clubs are a whole new support group, a new family, people of your age and ilk and times. They remember the same songs. Wonderful senior groups. They have a great one over in Sinclairville. You know, in Sinclairville, they prepare meals for Meals on Wheels. Yeah, they put together over at the Sinclairville Fire Department. Thank you, firemen and firefighters and fire ladies. It's very hard to get politically correct when you're in your mid-70s. But at any rate, Sinclairville does this job, and they deliver them even. What a bunch of people. The fourth grade class dropped over for the Sinclairville senior citizens, and they sang Christmas songs. And they told stories to the group. Fourth graders with the seniors. What a crowd. Yeah, and I say seniors, that's true. That's theoretically dated. You're supposed to say older Americans. I'm a senior, and I'm going to call it like it is. The Grinch. Powers the Grinch. President Elaine Palmer Titus is the one who runs the show over there in Sinclairville. She said, you guys come on over. They had a last meal was, this is what they get. Surefine is in Casadega, and they gave them a full turkey dinner, including pie. Everything. Can you beat it? Soup to pie. Probably nuts. Titus and Vice President Linda Parmentier gave the decorated the table, and it was really great. Incidentally, Titus had a collection of ceramic and wood carved birds, which he gave a history about. There is a ceramic bird that's kind of historical. You ever hear of a pie bird? Most people don't know what a pie bird is, but when you bake a pie, steam builds up in the pie, and you make some slits on the top to let the steam off before the pie blows up. So, but they had in England particularly, they developed the pie bird. You put a little tiny bird, it's a ceramic bird, into the middle of it. And it has a head that pops up out of it, that sticks out of it, and that gives a steam vent. And they're very collectible items. Some of these things go for thousands of dollars, the old ones. Oh, well. I wanted to mention they're going to have, they're working on the statue, the Sinclairville Soldiers Monument, which was originally destroyed or disappeared or whatever. Casting is on the way. They made the clay mold, and they're now casting it. So great for that. It'll be ready for Memorial Day next year. All right, enough for the Sinclairville crowd. Well, I did want to mention Alan and Beverly Higgs' 62nd wedding anniversary. 67 years. Man, I'll tell you, in this day and age where they rarely survive the honeymoon, if they bother getting married, which is rarer and rarer, only half of the Americans living together are married today, and it's going down. Of course, they save a lot of dough on the divorce, excepting for the lawyers. Lawyers make the money on the divorce. They're going to meet next in the Sinclairville Fire Hall. Where do they usually meet? Dining room. And it'll be Tuesday, January 10th, next year, okay? So there you go. If you want to drop around, you'll be welcomed as could be with open arms. The United Senior Citizens is a crowd of folks, just miscellaneous from all over the county. Any senior citizen can join it. A lot of the leaders do, the presidents and the people who are legislatively involved, who are talking to Andy or to Kathy. And these folks all get together very, very briefly for well, about once a month or so. And they usually meet at the Fredonia Beaver Club. I love that. And they have over 100 people showing up. I mean, it's a nice crowd. Join the United Seniors if you want to get right in the swim of things. Talk to Charles St. George. He's the president of it forever and ever and ever. And they always have a bunch of guests there. Father Walter Werbicki helps out. He gives the invocations over there. They had a catered by the lunch by the Beaver Tail Catering. How about that? They had ham and Italian sausage and all kinds of Polish sausage, sauerkraut, scalloped potatoes, tossed salad, baked macaroni and fruit punch, and nuts. Probably. Happy birthday over there to a couple of people, Carolyn Legrisi, let's say Charlotte Bergstrom, Darlene Calarco, and Dolores Swank, Lucille Rizzo, Margaret Larson, Petty Pojak, and Ann West. I hope you all guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday as well as a birthday. You know, it's tough being born around Christmas because your birthday is overwhelmed by the festivities of Christmas. And they wished everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's probably a violation of federal law. Sheridan Happy Seniors, that's another crowd. And here Sheridan has a heck of a lot of people because they have two big ones out there. They had some deer-themed favors for the dinner table, which was one of the deer favors reminds me of that silly ad on TV everybody's watching where the guy's talking to Santa Claus and he says, yeah, I'd like that car because I do a lot of hunting. And Santa says, what do you hunt? And he says, deer. Fish. Santa said, that's great, that's great. Next meeting, if you want to join the Sheridan Happy Seniors, January 6th, next year. Okay, they're telling me that I haven't got any more time for news, but I've got one more item here. Fred Crosscut enjoyed his time as the chairman of the Chautauqua County Legislature, and he's being booted. It looks as though there's going to be a change of venue over there, and a new political function is coming in, and they will probably change chair people, although Fred has been a great chairman for many years. I mean, he's been over there in the legislature for many years. And we have, no, okay, time is up, they're telling me. Time is up. All right, I got a public service announcement for you, and then we'll be hearing from Doc, who shoots from the hip. You're on here.
And 30. Oh! Yo, hey, Allison.
What's going on?
Working on my free throws, just on 30 straight.
30? That's not possible.
Maybe not possible for you, but I've been practicing.
Step back and give me the rock.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
1, 2, 11. You know it's harder when people are watching.
Hey, you know, 11's not that bad. All you need are a few pointers.
Thank you. Are you a free throw expert?
Well, no, not really, but I do know excellent teamwork when I see it. It's so much easier to get active and live healthier when your friends are there to motivate you with a little friendly competition.
Now let's get this game started. Oh, she's going for the hook shot. Hook shot. Oh! That's what I'm talking about.
America.
Let's get healthy together.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we got here a guy who does the job, John Hamels. Good morning, John. Shoot from the hip. Let's go.
Good morning, Reed. Good morning, Fred. Well, I'm getting my Santa on today, Reed. I'm in the holiday spirit. My wife said that my beard is getting a little too long. I said, well, she told me to get into the spirit of things, so I'm doing. Yeah,
well, you got the belly too. The
I got the belly. I got it all. So he gets this table to protect his. I'm all exposed here. Well, anyways. I just want to wish you all happy holidays and so on. But Reed, today I got a little something special to tell you about. While you were gone on your extended cruise down in the Caribbean, the guys and I here, we did a telephone survey. It was, what does Reed need for Christmas? And so we did a phone survey, and then once we found out what it was, we had an extended baked goods sale, and we spared no expense. So this is a little something for you, Reed, for all the years that you have spent here on the on television.
Well, I'll open it right now.
Open it right now. Oh, absolutely. Don't worry about the card. You can open that later. But
well, I love the card. That's the best card.
Well, that's from me and my wife.
That costs more than that usually costs more than the present.